The following program contains violence, disturbing imagery, nudity, and, oh my god, why are you even watching this? Just run away. This shit is going to give you nightmares.
Recorded live at the Jerrad Show studios in Tampa, Florida. It's another episode of the Jerrad Show. And now, here's your host, Jerrad Suarez.
That's right, back again for another episode of the Jerrad Show. Tonight, it's Saturday, January. Not yet, Jared. It's not January yet. I'm not really digging the sound on this. Let's see if we can move this around. There we go. That's a little bit better. Tonight, December 30th, 2017. Quite possibly the last Jerrad Show of 2017. I was thinking about possibly doing a ball drop ceremony on the Jerrad Show, but I don't think that's going to work out. I'm going to be drinking and having a good old time, so tonight's going to be the last episode of 2017. Thank you so much for tuning in on YouTube and Spreaker and iTunes, wherever you tune in. Maybe on Facebook. I doubt it. There's a thing going on with Facebook, okay? Let me start this off by bitching about Facebook, okay? I know I did this on one of the podcasts earlier, maybe last week or 2 weeks ago. Facebook's really pissing me off. They are censoring my fucking content. There are people that have liked the page on the Facebook, and they are just specifically not showing the fucking content to those people. It's ridiculous, the low numbers that my content reaches on Facebook. It's insane. And the only way for me to bump them up a little bit is by sharing it from the actual Jerrad Show Facebook page to my personal Facebook page, and then somehow I guess people that know me in real life, and I mean obviously you guys are in real life as well, but the people that I know in my life, then they see the content, and that raises the numbers a little bit. But ever since I started, I tried a promotion on Facebook. Let me just tell you, if you have a business, or if you have a podcast, or if you create content and you have a Facebook page for your content, whatever you do, do not purchase advertising from Facebook. Because the moment that you stop paying them their minuscule dimes and cents, they will stop showing your content to your subscribers. And that's fucking ridiculous. I mean, I had maybe a 90% drop in people reached through Facebook. 90%? I can't possibly think that is, everybody that originally watched the Jerrad Show or listened to the Jerrad Show, 90% of the people on Facebook stopped listening to it. That just seems really hard. And it's not even stop listening to it because it's not a play count. It's how many people saw the content, the post that I posted. Now maybe maybe Facebook is saying, look, you're posting a post every day. It's pretty much the same thing. It's just a YouTube link and then a little short description of the website. We here at Facebook find this kind of content from a Facebook business account to be spam. In most of our ventures with businesses, it is quite probable, in fact, that if you post the exact same advertisement every day, and we at Facebook continue to show your subscribers and followers and the people who like your business, if we continue to show that every day, to your subscribers, then they stop. They stop liking the page. They unfollow the page because people don't want to see the same thing over and over. Well, God damn it, it's not the same thing. It's a completely different fucking. It's a completely different link. I don't understand. Fuck. These people out there are trying to listen to the Jerrad Show. They follow the Facebook page, facebook.com/Jerrad Show. They follow it. They want the content that I put up there because that's, why else would you like and follow a page? And guess what? You're not showing them. It's all different. You don't get to make the decision of which one of these followers and subscribers gets to see the post. That should be up to the person who is subscribed to the show. God, it gets me so mad. I've kind of come to a conclusion with the Jerrad Show. I stopped doing one of my favorite shows of the week, which would be Friday, the Jerrad Show Jams. I really enjoyed playing music on the podcast, and it was a pussy fucking excuse. I don't want to get demonetized by YouTube or have a copyright claim on YouTube. Guess what? Fuck that. I don't give a shit anymore. This is my show, okay? I use curse words on my show like crazy, okay? That's just how I talk. I'm just being real, okay? And apparently, if you use the word fuck more than 2 times, or shit more than 2 times, or cock more than 2 times, or retard more than 2 times, or cunt more than 2 times, then you will not be suitable for all audiences, and YouTube will just pull the automatically generated captions and scan through those. And if you say those words more than 2 times, you get no money. We're not going to demonetize you, YouTube says. They're like, we're not going to demonetize you, but we're just not going to show everybody out there. It'll be really hard for wider audiences to stumble across your content. And that, again, is fucked up. Fucked up, okay? I don't get it, man. I understand that YouTube and Facebook, they don't want to be, promoting terrorism, but that's fucking ridiculous. That my show is so far, maybe it's terrorism to some people's ears. Maybe they just, hate the show so much that they consider it terrorism. But what the fuck, man? How the fuck is somebody supposed to go out there and do something with their creativity if it's not along the guidelines of the fucking Jake Pauls and the Logan Pauls and the Eliza Koshis and the Phil DeFrancos? If it's not along those lines where you're basically a fucking TV show. You don't use more than 2 fuck words. Seriously? 2 times? I say fuck more than 2 times in 2 sentences. What the fuck? Anyways, so what I've come to, the conclusion that I've come to, is fuck them all. Fuck YouTube. Fuck Facebook. Twitter is still pretty awesome. They dispatch, if you will, my content out into the nether regions of the internet, which is, I appreciate that, Twitter. I know you've been getting a lot of shit for doubling your character amount. I don't really give a fuck about that. I'm only going to be doing, posting the show and that's it. I'm not really going to be, posting these long fucking posts with 280 characters. But I appreciate you at least showing the people that are following me on Twitter the fucking posts that I put up. What the fuck? Man, it's got me mad. So, you know what? In the new year, fuck them all. If I want to play some fucking music, or if I want to play, some copyrighted content or do or say some things that are not suitable for wider audiences, go ahead. I'm sticking my middle finger in the air right now. Sit on it, motherfuckers. Sit on it. I wonder what that would feel like, your finger going up a computer program's asshole. Anyways, on the show tonight, this is the last show of 2017. And, maybe some creators would pull together content from their previous year in show, but I didn't do that. If you want to listen to anything throughout the year that I have done, started back in March and then really picked it up about 6 months ago in June, go back and listen to any of the podcasts. I prefer now, since I am paying them every month to host this podcast, I would prefer you go to Spreaker. And I think that I'm going to just promote the Spreaker show. I'll have it still available on YouTube and Facebook and everywhere else, iTunes and all that. But I'm going to, in the new year, really start to promote the fuck out of the Spreaker page because I pay them money. They host my podcast. We're almost up to somewhere around 100 episodes. Maybe I'm a little shy of that. Maybe around 80 episodes actually. But we've got a good 40 hours of content available for you to listen to at JerradShow.com, where there is a beautiful Spreaker player right there on the page. So instead of playing the YouTube video of the podcast or playing an iTunes player or a Stitcher player, because the Jerrad Show is available on Stitcher as well. If you're into that, and that's where you get your podcasts and news, or you listen to your radio on Stitcher, just type in Jerrad Show, and the latest episode will obviously be right there. Bam, right there. And then I believe there are, I think it might be 10 or 15 backed episodes on Stitcher. I haven't really been to Stitcher in a while. They're a great service, and I appreciate them hosting my podcast as well. But Spreaker is where it's at. I pay them the money. They host the site, or they host the podcast. All the content goes up there, and they've done a good job for years. I've been with Spreaker for I guess 5 years now. It's gonna be, and I really appreciate everything that they've done for me. They did raise their prices when I had my little hiatus in between the guest-oriented Jerrad Show and the current version of the Jerrad Show. They hiked the prices pretty severely and cut the time for the podcast. So right now, I am at about I'm on the 45-minute plan, where I'm paying about $7 a month, which is good. It's good enough for me. So in the future, if you are listening to this on YouTube, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you're not listening to it on YouTube, congratulations. Thank you very much. But if you are listening to it on YouTube in the future, go to Spreaker.com. That's speaker with an R after the P. So it's Spreaker. Spreaker.com, and then just type in the Jerrad Show and save that to your bookmarks, and you'll be able to immediately. Now I'm saying immediately, as soon as I upload this podcast to Spreaker, it's available on Spreaker. There's no fucking stupid, YouTube algorithm that it has to run through to make sure that it's not terrorism or fucking whatever. Anyways, fuck that. I'm done with the ranting. Okay, if I keep going on it, I'm gonna just rant all night on how I fucking hate what they're doing to me. These cocksuckers. Go to JerradShow.com and listen to the Jerrad Show. There's a player right there. Every fucking episode right there. Fuck YouTube. Fuck Facebook. JerradShow.com. Shit. Anyways, today is the 30th, and yesterday, Jay-Z dropped a little trailer, I guess, for a new song that's coming out. I don't know if it's the whole song. It's called Family Feud with Beyonce. It's featuring Beyonce. And then today, I'm doing a little searching around on the internet, and what do I find? I find this.
Yeah.
It's the same beat. The same beat.
Dedication 6.
But it's Lil Wayne.
Of course.
And Drake.
Shout out Guru.
Listen to this real quick. I thought it was really good.
More life, no dying.
Tell me what you think. We'll talk about it after I play this because it's the Jerrad Show, motherfuckers. Copyrighted content? Fuck that. I'm playing it.
Super Bowl goals. I'm at the crib of Puff. He got Kaepernick on the phone. He in a whole different mode. Angel Head, 2 a.m. for being Hove. Just to show him how I treat the city like my humble abode. Hey, tell me if TD Bank is approving loans. I'm thinking of paying Wayne with universal O's. My nigga spent a lifetime going platinum and gold. He should own half of the label, shit out of control. Somebody get Larry Jackson on the phone. I need some ownership if we press and go. Cause business is booming on behalf of me. I need a bite out of the apple like Adam and Eve. We gon' have to break the Billy curse. I need my paper long like a Millie verse, or too long like a sentence from a Philly judge. Fuck is the point in all the beefing when we really blood? Nobody wins when a family feuds, nigga. Everybody gotta eat, we can't exclude niggas. I'm at the crib, expanding pools and expanding rooms, adding hammam spas with tenant booths, nigga. That's truth, no boost, nigga. But this isn't all about calling truce. I'm still dishing out verbal abuse. That shit could get reintroduced if somebody got something they urgent to prove, nigga. Inspiring to the youth. New Year's Eve, looking like a royal flush, way we all in the same suit. I'm Hall of Fame in the booth, nigga. My karma making the news, nigga. This pudding tastes like the proof, nigga. If I ever see Trump, he better salute niggas. Much as we do, nigga. For real.
Yeah. Sick shit. I could care less about the squad. I don't connect when I'm flying. I'm on a jet in his mind. I just hope the weather is fine. I took the jet to Dubai. I took the jet to Milan. I took the jet way to Africa. Shout out my nigga Akon. Yo bitch sweating my squad. Please get the sweat out of the eye. I put the dick in her spine. I put that bitch in the prime. Don't get my credit declined. Give all the credit to moms. I flipped the bird at the bird. It was for dinner Popeyes. These chickens got bird flu. And they chirp too. Always sung, never flew. These boys hot girls too. If money grow on trees, I climb and rest in that bitch. Build a tree house and knock the bird nest out that bitch. Stuck my neck out and shit, then got the heck out that shit. And when I did, I took the special effect out that shit. Told you F on this bitch, the best thing left on this bitch. All you niggas some bitches, I feel like F on this bitch. You call her Stephanie, I call her Steph on this bitch. Now back to whipping the baby on some stepmama shit. I come direct with my shit, I come correct with my shit. A blank check on your face, put some respect on my shit. Branches starting to shake, here come the leaves, get the rake. I want my piece of the cake, it should be sweeter than cake. Here come the leaves, get the rake, and we ain't leaving the rake. We made the cleaners escape, although I bleed in your face. You play with the right one today, your flag is a white one today. You wearing them tight ones today, check me a right one today. You playing with fire today, the angel and lion the great. Oh my God, lightning striking twice in this place. Should we make a wish or should we make it right in this place? All this motherfucking beef, I need some rice on this plate. Talk to your wifey today, she feeling trifling, she say. Talk to the sniper, he say, he aiming at diapers today. Pick you off like picking peppers, Peter Piper today. So tell your squad, I say, blah, like Spice One would say. It's Mortal Kombat tonight, it's Street Fighter today. I'm Major Bison, Drizzy lit like Raiden, light up the place. You see blue face, hundreds till you white in the face. Oh my God, it feel like I done life in this place. But swear to God, I got money doing life in my safe. Put on the glove like MJ, go from OG to OJ. I make you pay attention, then rip your receipt in your face. This for Cetha and Nate, this for my people in Bay. I got 3 sons of a gun, them niggas keep me on safe. Hold up. I am the black god to the church, I am the fat boy to dessert, I am the landlord to the first. Got 2 bangers, one of them go by the boom, one of them go by the beam. I taught these hoes how to love, I taught these boys how to lean. I'm high in the sky and I twinkle, the eyes don't lie till you blink them. Keep the iron for the wrinkles, the mansion came with the sprinklers. I want Arabian well, you snakes come make me a belt. Yeah, you know life is a movie, you niggas playing yourselves. Damn, that's some sick shit. Yeah. I want Arabian wealth, you snakes can make me a belt. It's every man for themselves, it's every baby for self. And you know life is a movie, you niggas rating yourself. I just hope it's a porn and watch you pussies play with yourself. That's some sick shit.
Alright. So that was Lil Wayne. He basically just completely ripped off Jay-Z. He did that with a bunch of songs. He did that with XO Tour Life. He did that with Bank Account. Probably, I'm going to say all of the songs on there are rip off instrumentals of other famous and popular songs throughout the year. My verdict, I like it. I do like it. I like Lil Wayne. I used to like Lil Wayne a lot. It was like every song that he put out was fucking just fire. And then I guess he got into that like weird alien rock star kind of shit, and I was like, fucking what? No, I'm good with this. This is fucking weird. And then I think what was it? The next Carter that he put out with the baby's face on it. That one was all right, I guess. I mean, but there wasn't anything really. It was. I feel like he was really, really all over the place there. That's before he had the seizures and shit and all that. This sounds clean. I think it sounds good. I mean,
In the baby on some stepmama shit. I come direct with my shit. I come correct with my shit. A blank check on your face. Put some respect on my shit.
see, I mean that's classic Wayne right there. You rhyming shit with shit. That's shit with shit with shit with shit. That's a shit chain. Boy, Mr. Leahy would be proud of a shit chain. I'm just saying. Anyways, I'm glad that Lil Wayne put out a mixtape, and it's reasonably decent. I think I really dig it because like it's got a bunch of like the EXO Tour Life song is not bad. It's pretty good. And then the bank account one, that one's pretty good. And I think he also did the OJ the OJ song that Jay-Z did. Anyways, that one was really good too. I mean, those are all fucking awesome beats, and Wayne over top of them, they're all pretty good. I mean, I enjoyed them. Moving along, let's move on to more entertainment. If there are two things that I recommend you check out on Netflix coming up in this next year, if you haven't checked them out yet, you have got to check out Bright. Okay, I know you've probably, if you've seen the movie, you understand what I'm talking about. But if you haven't seen the movie and you've heard people say, "Oh, Bright, Will Smith, Orcs, fantasy, and all this stuff," and you're like, I don't really fucking stop right now. Go home, watch the fucking movie. It's good. It's not okay. Listen, the problem is the director of Suicide Squad, and he just kind of Suicide Squadded this whole fucking movie up, right? So if you didn't like Suicide Squad, if you thought the fucking movie, like the character development, the writing and all that shit was the acting was all kind of like, what? This is kind of weird and shit, which I did, but I enjoyed it. I still thought it was a fun movie. That's how I feel with this movie. This movie is fun. It's got a really cool premise. Basically, if you haven't seen the movie, it's about if orcs and elves from fantasy times. I don't know if there's any other. Oh, fairies. So all the fantasy like mythology kind of creatures, those all come in. There was a dragon actually in one scene. I remember flying underneath the moon, like in the sky. It's basically if all that fantasy shit was real. And it survived, and it lasted, and it's still around today. If there were still orcs and fairies and, fucking elves and shit, how would our society, what would it be like if it was our society, what we know, buildings, TVs, police departments, Wi-Fi, everything, the NFL, movies, everything that's about our society. What if fantasy creatures were a part of that? So there's a scene where there's a fairy in the bird feeder outside, and Will Smith's like wife is like, "Is there a fairy out there again?" And he's like, "I'm not fucking with no fairy. Those things fucking, I think he tells a story about when his cousin was a kid, he was fucking with a fairy, like, swatting at it and shit, and the fairy shit in his hand and threw it at his cousin, hit him in the eye, and like made his like eye all fucked up and like swole up and shit, like fucking infected and shit." So like Will Smith was like, "I ain't fucking with no fairies. We'll pay the $200 for the exterminator to come out and just like killing fairies is just like a normal thing, I guess. Like it's the same thing if you have like raccoons in your fucking attic or something, or squirrels in your bird feeders or whatever. You set traps and shit. I thought that kind of element of the story was pretty cool because it shows you, like, you know, what would we do if fairies were fucking, you know, little pissed off, little angry creatures that they're pretty colors. They have, like, the pretty, like, purple and aqua and green and all these colors, blue on them, and they're, like, iridescent kind of, but they're, like, nasty little fucking shits. They, like, I mean, they're just, like, angry and shit because they can't get into the, you know, they're flying around the bird feeder, and it's, like, kind of hard for them to get in, and every time they touch it, it knocks back. So they get pissed off, and they're like, fucking shit, and fucking cursing at the thing, but they've got their little cute voices and stuff, and I can understand how that would get annoying, okay? And I can understand that if you saw your cousin get shit thrown in his eye, that would make you apprehensive about going out and taking care of these fucking pests. But it was really stupid. Like, I mean, at the same time, after Will Smith goes out there, he finally swats the shit out of the fairy. And then there's, like, some gangster guys, like some gang member, like, neighbors next to him. And they're like, yeah, fuck them up, LAPD style. Because apparently Will Smith is an LAPD officer. And, you know, it's like it's kind of corny, cheesy writing. Like, people don't really fucking talk like that. But, you know, there's no orcs or elves or fairies in fucking real life anyway. So people were slamming it for that, for, you know, cheesy writing and shit like that, and weird shit. But there's this one scene where fucking Will Smith is shooting a gun, and I was like, that's Deadshot right there, man. They need to give Will Smith his own fucking Deadshot movie. Is it Deadshot or Deathstroke? I can't remember. I'm gonna look this up because I don't want to get this wrong. I always mix those fucking two up. Deadshot. Yeah, it's Deadshot. Okay, Deathstroke is from DC. Okay, I think that they should definitely give him his own movie. It's not, his story is not as I don't know, as clean and clear cut as Batman and Superman being bad, because I mean he's got some good qualities about him, but he's always been a villain against you know, whatever, DC. So Deadshot is DC. Deathstroke is Marvel. Wait, let me look this up. Deathstroke. Okay. Yeah, Marvel. Okay, but who did he fight? Like, let's see. New Teen Titans? The Teen Titan. Wait, so he went around beating up fucking kids and shit? That's not a really powerful fucking shit, man. He's got some swords and shit, though. I always get those two confused. Deathstroke and Deadshot. Deadshot is DC. Okay. Anyways, Will Smith was great in the movie. I'm not going to really talk spoilers or anything because, you know, I want you to go check out Netflix, you know, right now. If not, you know, within the next year, the next couple of weeks or so, into the next year that's coming up, 2018. Anyways, also yesterday, let me talk about this. Hang on. Let me pull in close, folks. Yesterday, Netflix released season 4 of Black Mirror. And I didn't watch all of them. I haven't binged it. It's only 6 episodes. But I did watch one episode last night. And I decided not to watch the first episode because my girlfriend really likes Star Trek, and she's like a big fan of it. And if I wanted her to watch this show, Black Mirror, I've made her watch one episode before, and she fucking just hated it. It was so dark, she just fucking felt bad afterwards. So if I want her to watch a show, I think the Star Trek-y kind of episode at the beginning of the series, season episode 1, I think I would probably have my best chance at getting her to watch this if we watched that one. But holy fucking shit, I watched the last episode of season 4 last night. The first one I watched, I decided, because it is an anthology show, so you don't really have to watch everything in succession. Every episode is a different story, kind of like a Twilight Zone. Last episode, man, the 6th episode is fucking so fucked up. It's called Black Museum, and I'm not going to really get into spoilers or anything, but man, it is fucked up. by the end of it, actually, it's like 3 different stories because it's a museum, right? So he's taking this girl around and showing her all these different items in the museum, and each of them have like a crazy fucking story or something like that. By the end of the first story, I was so disturbed that I was like, I don't know if I can fucking do this. This is rough. I kind of want to talk about it and talk about what it is, but I don't want to give out spoilers because I do want you to go watch the show. It's a great show. I'm not being sponsored or paid by anybody, obviously. This fucking show sucks. I don't know. So that's it. Black Mirror and Bright. Those were 2 great little choices on Netflix, which really entertained me in the past couple of days. Before we end the show, before we take this final episode of the Jerrad Show in 2017 into the wild blue yonder, I figured I would talk a little bit about what happened this week. As you know, the Jerrad Show does a show every day, but for this entire week, Tuesday through Friday, I did do a show on Monday, but Tuesday through Friday, I completely missed doing the episodes. And, excuse me, I don't have any water in the studio right now. So for that entire 4 days, I took a little bit of time off. It's the holidays. There was a lot of stress during the holidays, and I just wanted to just not have to worry about doing a podcast and not have to worry about looking up ideas for what I was going to talk about on the show or anything like that. So after the podcast with Daniel last week, on Christmas, we did a fucking podcast on Christmas Day. I did a fucking podcast. So, you don't have to really give me shit about, taking those 4 days off because I did a fucking podcast on Christmas, for God's sake. After that, I was, that Tuesday came around. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to take the night off. I did a podcast last Saturday as well. And I was like, yeah, you know what? That's going to be totally fine. And I won't have to worry about it. I won't have to worry about making it up. Wednesday came around, and I was like, you know what? Last night was really nice not having to worry about doing a podcast. So let me try that again. So Wednesday I didn't do a podcast. Thursday came, and I was like, yeah, this is too good. I'm going to just enjoy this time off and then come back next year. Then Friday came, and I was like, I'm kind of bored. I want to do a podcast. I was like, you just finish out the week. Oh, God. Really, I wish I had a water up here. So I was like, just finish out the week. Start anew on January 1st, New Year's Day. Start the podcast out again, going every day of the week. And then, all that other stuff came back into my head about, Facebook isn't showing people your podcast. YouTube is paying people for every play that you get on your show, and I'm like, I'm getting discouraged. I'm starting to get discouraged. But God damn it, this is my fucking show, and I can do whatever the fuck I want. If I want to take 4 days off, I could take 4 days off. If I want to take a month off, I could take a month off. It's up to me. This is my show. I do this show for me. And, I mean, hopefully somebody is listening to this show. Maybe in the future, a relative of mine has pulled up the archive of the Jerrad Show and like, what is this crazy motherfucker talking about? So, yeah, that's basically what happened. And then today came, and I was like, fuck this. I'm fucking bored. I'm going down to the studio and doing a show. So here I am. I did that long fucking rant on Facebook, and that shit's still pissing me off. I gotta stop talking about it. All right, final thing that I wanted to talk about is the 2DS that I got for Christmas. I got myself and the girlfriend a 2DS, which is similar to the Nintendo 3DS. except it doesn't go 3D. It still has all the same processing power and can still play all the 3DS games, just without the 3D effect. And also, it doesn't fold up. It's more like just a solid piece, which is, I found that I enjoy it a lot more than the foldable DS. Frankly, because I'm an old school gamer. The first system that I ever had was a Game Boy. So I like the solid feel of it, how it's one piece, how it's not going to fold or flip or anything like that. And I've really been enjoying playing it. On Christmas, I broke out the DS and I got Pokemon, one of the newer Pokemons, which since I got, when I was a kid, I was probably 11 when Pokemon came out in America. And I had the blue version. I loved the hell out of it. It was super fun. And then I've played every generation of the game up until the 6th generation of games. And basically, that's what I'm on now. I've picked it back up, and I'm on the 6th generation of Pokemon. It's like all 3D and shit. The graphics are really cool. It's fucking hell of a cry from where I was at 20 years ago when I first played the game. It's a lot of fun. The 2DS is an awesome system. I also got Donkey Kong Country Returns, which if you ever played the Super Nintendo version of the game, Donkey Kong Country, that you'll know exactly what it is. It's Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong going through the jungle trying to get bananas and stuff, and it's super fun, super nostalgic fun. The graphics are upgraded, the music sounds beautiful. It's a super fun game. Also, I still had Mario Kart 7, which is a lot of fun if you liked playing Double Dash or any of the the games after that where you could do the drifting. It's a super fun game. You'll love it. But I'm really glad that I got the 2DS. I'm glad that I got one for the girlfriend. Except I've realized this: the games that she plays, if it's not Animal Crossing, where you can only do a couple of things and then you have to wait basically until more seashells come in that you can collect, or your fruit grows, or it's Animal Crossing, so you can only do so much. So if it's not a game like that where she's just like relaxed and playing it for a little bit, and then she knows I'm bored, I'm done with it, I did everything that I could do, so I'm gonna turn it off. If it's not a game like that, she's either cursing it like it's like a demon has possessed her. She'll curse so angrily, like she was playing. Okay, I got her Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and she's been playing Ocarina of Time, and she's loving it. It's a perfect kind of game for her, except when it gets too fucking hard and she can't do something, she loses her fucking shit. She goes crazy and starts cursing like a fucking demon. And I'm outside. I might be outside smoking a cigarette, or just hanging out in the cool weather because it's nice and cold down here. And I'm sitting out there and I hear her fucking screaming, fucking goddamn fucking shit. And I go inside and I don't even have to ask her what's wrong because I know she's playing the game. She gets super fucking frustrated over these things. And so I just open the door. I'm like, chill the fuck out. It's a game. Relax. I understand, but you're screaming very loud. I could hear you outside. So just calm down. So she gave up that night. She was like, okay, this is too hard, too fucking hard. I can't do it. She gets all pissy. And finally, my cousin's son, I guess he even though he's my cousin's son, he is still also my cousin. My cousin came over yesterday and beat it for her. And she was like, oh, thank God. It was a boss. And then she went through and got all the moved on and progressed in the story to a really cool part, I guess, where she got the Master Sword and all that. But it's either like that, where she's playing a game and she'll get frustrated and start screaming, or it's like Pokemon, because I got her a Pokemon. I got the opposite version of mine, which I got Pokemon X. I got Pokemon Y. She got Pokemon X. And that game is just really like, it's a nice leisurely game. You don't have to like watch where you're steering or anything like that. It's just it's a game that you can lay back and just play and press buttons, and it's not too difficult. So that has just got her fucking attention, and all she's been doing today has been playing Pokemon. So I'm glad she likes it, and I really like it as well. I haven't been playing it as much as she has, just because I can't. My brain doesn't work like that, where I can just sit there for fucking 8 hours playing a fucking video game. I can't do it. Like, I have to fucking do something else. Like, my mind will go crazy. Maybe I'll get an hour of a game in, maybe an hour and a half of a PlayStation 4 game, or even like a Pokemon or Donkey Kong Country Returns. I get maybe an hour in, and I have to go, do something else. I have to go, watch something on YouTube or something like that. My attention span is about an hour. That's what it is. An hour and a half. So you got me for a movie, 90 minutes, and then I'm going to want to be moving along. That's how I work. So Bright got me, Black Mirror got me, and the 2DS definitely got me. This is going to be it this is going to be the countdown right here, okay? This is it. This is the end of the show. This is the last episode of the Jerrad Show right here. These are the last words, unless I do a ball drop kind of thing tomorrow, surprise. These are the last words that you will hear in 2017 from Jerrad Suarez. It's been a great year. Thank you so much to Frank Moody, Jeremy Suarez, Daniel Garcia, Scuzzbucket, Ryan Holmes, Jay Woods, everybody that's been on the Jerrad Show this year. Thank you so much for being a part of this. And if you've been listening to the Jerrad Show this year, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it, and I can't wait to come back next year and just give it my all, and stop saying, I'll listen to you, YouTube, and I'll listen to you. No, fuck you, the social media. This is the Jerrad Show, not the YouTube show. Fuck you. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to the show. Go to JerradShow.com to listen to all the episodes of the Jerrad Show, and connect to me with social media if you want to hit me up. You can hit me up on Twitter. That's probably the best way, at Jerrad Show. And thank you. That's all I've got. Thank you so much for listening to and making 2017 the year of the Jerrad Show. Let's do that again in 2018. And I'll do it with your help. I'll see you next year. Good night.